Hello there, and welcome to The Wandering Wolf. I'm your host, Mark Rhodes, and with me, as always, in his great retro Wolf shirt. I am loving it, mate. Good year for life. He's Mr.
Best
Craig
shirt.
Fullwood. How are you, mate?
I'm very well, mate. I'm very well considering. Obviously, we've just literally switched off the match to get on here, and
Yeah.
it was going to be a totally different show, I think, up until the last couple of seconds.
Absolutely.
I know we were texting through it, and we were both pretty savage.
Yeah.
But we've got the winner. It doesn't change my mind on Troy Alray one bit, to be honest.
I knew it wouldn't. I
think he just smashed it just to get it away from him, to be honest. But fair play, credit where it's due. That was a good finish. And mate, we needed the points, didn't we? We've got them. I think we can forget all the talk of relegation now.
Yeah, fantastic.
Just get rid of this season. Just get rid of it immediately. I'm done with it.
Yeah.
The football tonight was so poor, and it was one of the worst games that I've witnessed for so long. And I said to you earlier, against West Ham, they were a team flying, absolutely cruising at the moment, going for Champions League probably, absolutely beating teams and, on a real roll. So you can
excuse it. You can excuse it.
And try and sort of piece it together. But to set up the same against, a weak, really poor Fulham side, and just put a performance in like that it was dire up until that last kick. So
yeah. Well,
what did you make of it?
I think going on the positives, we've kept a clean sheet, which we don't usually do. Let's be honest. I feel as though the substitutes played really well, and I include Morgan Gibbs-White in that. I thought when he came on, he really credit where credit's due, mate. I think Silva, what a ball that was for Traore for the goal. Fantastic. What a ball that was, and like I'm on the side of Traore. That's a fantastic finish. That really is. And for me, he was one of the worst players on the pitch tonight. He kept on falling over, kept on slipping. He was moaning constantly. But he's not the only one. Like all that game, it was very hard to watch. And some might argue that it was all about the result tonight, and it definitely was. But I've got to heap praise on the substitutions, because Morgan Gibbs-White, Fabio Silva, and when Moutinho came on, it felt as though we were a little bit more structured. I think Neto going off, actually, obviously not great because he's one of our better players, but it kind of helped us in that. It helped Semedo especially, because it gave him the chance to mark the winger. I think it's Robinson, is it? Robinson? But he was their best player. He was really good. But the only reason he was their best player is because he was smashing Semedo every single time. You could see that Fulham were targeting Semedo. And when Moutinho came on for Neto, it kind of, we played a five at the back, didn't we? We played Dendoncker, Sois and Cody, and Semedo had a chance to go one-on-one with him. And I think that really, really helped him. I think a back four doesn't help Semedo, and it doesn't help Cody. I just don't think a back four helps us, really.
It doesn't help anyone.
I was gutted for Jose. Absolutely, I was gutted for him. Because that was a really, really good goal, and
it was a fantastic goal. That was. To be fair.
I just
really
think.
Well worked.
I don't know what your thoughts on this, and it'd be interesting to get the thoughts of everybody. But even if that was Fulham's goal, that should have been awarded. I know that it's fine margins, but if you're drawing lines to the tiniest degree. What is the point? Why are the fans even celebrating anything?
Well, seriously, that kills it for me. You go and watch the football, or we're having a few beers at home tonight, watching the match, and that goes in. Your first thing is to leap up. You're celebrating. hugging each other and whatever, and it's just as soon, and that's
Drinking
exactly
my
what happened
wine.
tonight. And then a couple of these were flying down, and then as soon as I turned around and finished bleeping about, VAR check, and you think, oh my God, really? And then, okay, in the modern game, you kind of have to accept that and go, okay, well, where was it then? Who was it? How far back was it? But when they showed exactly what it was, mate, it was a pathetic decision.
Yeah.
And I'm completely with you, and I'm sure everyone will be on board with this. But when you start drawing lines, that fine, on a screen, and there's some bloke miles away going, oh, this and this. At that point, you've got to say, forget it.
Yeah.
Don't even bother. It's ridiculous. And even with the lines drawn, doing what they did, he was still onside for me.
They were like this.
So there's still not a clear. And I thought it was clear and obvious, or whatever the phrase was for
clear and obvious error.
First place, clear and obvious error, and it's just abysmal, mate. Really, it's such a shame. Obviously, Jose's been struggling for goals. He finally got on there tonight.
Yeah,
superbly worked goal, brilliant goal, and to have it ruled out like that, and then we're talking about VAR again. It's pathetic.
I know. It really is.
Enough's enough now. It's got to be looked at seriously, because it's not just us. And yet, if that was a Fulham goal, absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely. The same thing.
To me, that's a goal. That's a goal. Obviously, as Wolves fans, we would have gone, "Oh my God!" If you're a football, yes, that's the difference. If you're a football fan and you want football to carry on being the most popular sport in the entire world, you need to either really make VAR better. I don't know how that. Well, I know how they make it better is that they get people who actually have common sense. There's got to be some form of common sense somewhere in the rulings.
Are you kind of in the camp of making VAR better, or are you in the sort of camp of scrap it altogether and let's have that human error factor again, apart from goal line technology, because I think that's absolutely vital.
I think human error, as you've seen with VAR, is there anyway, and that's the issue. Like, that was supposed to take the human error out. VAR, I don't think is the problem. It's the people implementing VAR. I think they just don't know how to implement it. A lot of the players don't know the rules, and the referees. Like, you've seen some of the guys, like Mike Dean, when he was having a chat with Connor Cody off. Like, this has been it's been shown around the world, and like Mike Dean said, well, I don't know. It's like, well, if you don't know, then how the hell are we supposed to know? That's the problem. It's not clear. Nothing's clear. And you could see Podence's whole body, other than his shoulder, was behind the defender. Now, for me, that can't be having an advantage. Can you?
As a fan, you need to be able to watch it and go, oh, well, that's offside. If you've just scored a great, and go, oh yeah, but it was offside, or mate, there's no way that's offside. But when you have to start saying, well, everybody just stop a minute, draw these lines, and do the, it's just, I think I said it a few weeks ago. Just at that point, for me, forget it. Just, I don't want it then.
And it's
and that's not right, is it really?
It's phases of play as well, which get on my nerves. Like, and I know, like, it doesn't ring true with this, because it was probably the final part of the actual goal itself, Podence being offside for that. But they take it back and back and back in the phases of play, and they're just looking for. And it's like they're trying to, like, this is about entertainment at the end of the day. This is about trying. Well, saying that very loosely with this game, but do you know what I mean? You know exactly what I mean, because, like, we just, as fans, we want to be excited by the product that we're being given, and if you have VAR being the center of attention constantly, it's taking every single raw emotion out the game. It's just become sterile, and then you take fans out the stadium. My God, why are we even watching it for?
Yeah. And to be fair, there's a lot at stake. So, I mean, you could argue for and against this, I suppose, but like you say, it's emotion, it's watching it, it's entertainment. You want that goal to stand, whether it be for Wolves or against.
Absolutely.
I would hate that if that was starting to draw lines and is it on or off? It's just killing it, mate. It's really taking the fun out of it for a lot of people, I think, and they really do need to look at it in the summer. If that's when they get together and do these kind of things. I mean, they can't change it midway, can they? But
no.
I'd like to see some changes, definitely. I think somebody said tonight they're going to look at, like, instant decisions, but really,
I think
are they the right decisions?
That's going to be hard to implement, because then you need the technology that is so bang on. Well, you looked at tonight, like that is like a fraction of a centimetre.
But that comes down to someone's opinion again. Surely, drawing those lines.
Absolutely.
I hate those lines with a passion.
No, yeah. Even as soon as you see those lines, you think, well, that's not going to be a goal, is it?
Yeah, no, forget it. Forget it. But something needs to be massively done there, bud. Definitely.
What's the thing going forward then with the actual team itself? Because we're safe now. We're on 38 points. We're 12 points ahead of Fulham. Their running's awful. Like, I think we've done Newcastle a massive favour tonight. I think the three teams that are down there are down now.
I think so now. Yeah.
What do we do? Does he start giving players that he's like Kilman, Vitinha?
Kilman might as well book his holidays now.
I feel sorry for him.
I don't know what he's done, really.
What has he done wrong?
He's performed well, really, when he's been involved. Yeah. I'm not sure whether he just doesn't suit the system we want to play, or
a left-footed centre back.
You'd think now, really, with Johnny, he'd have more of a chance. But like tonight, nowhere to be seen again. So there's got to be something more to it, perhaps. I don't know, but for right now, we can address that later, I think.
What are your positives of the actual game? Because we were negative all the way, and like you look on social media, and everybody was the same. It's like we were playing a team. Granted, we've won the game, so I pipe down a little bit, Mark. But we've just played a team that won like 2 games at home all season, and how deep we were playing, it was unbelievable.
Look, mate, to be honest, the circumstance in which we've won the game, which was an absolute, dare I say, not a fluke, but it was just a hit. It's all he's done all game. It's all he's done in the last few games. I'm going to get absolute pelters for slagging him and continuously slagging him, but he was dreadful tonight, absolutely dreadful. And that goal does not make you a good player that needs to be thought of in the plans going forward. It was a complete, it was a one-off, good hit, good goal, fair play.
So hard, because I up until 91 minutes, I was thinking the same, but it was going to be a drab 0-0 draw. And he's won us.
So does that change your opinion on him?
Not necessarily, but he has won 2 games on his own for us. Because he has, mate. He has. We beat Leeds 1-0 because of him, and we beat Fulham 1-0 because of him. And that's 6 points. If we hadn't got those points, we'd have 4 points less because of 2 draws, and we'd still be talking about relegation. So I think it's all about perspective, isn't it? But I think I am definitely of the same opinion as you that we do need to get rid of him in the summer. But I can't have a go at him for scoring a 92nd minute winner for us.
I think, thankfully, maybe that just might keep people interested in wanting him, because for 91 and a half minutes or whatever it was, I was thinking, this is not a case anymore of just, thank God, unload him in the summer. Who's going to want him? What does he bring to your side? Apart from...
Some may argue, Craig, that he brings something like that, where he's really made something out of nothing.
We should not be relying on that for a start.
No, I know. Mate.
The problems, away before there.
I agree.
Okay, thankfully he's made. We've said this so many times. He's made one good decision tonight, and that was to shoot there at that time. And okay, he can belt a ball, and it's gone in. Great, we've got the points. Brilliant. You know, fair play. I can see you struggling with this, but
no, I'm not struggling. But
I'm
now I
certainly
understand.
not going to jump into bed with this. Oh, you know, what a player! Because no,
for me,
I've seen enough to know that it's not enough. It's not enough, and there's bigger problems there. And I just wonder, really, who's going to be the spine of our team going forward.
You did say that to me when
when
we were watching. I agree.
I was watching it tonight, going, well, who's going to be there?
Neves was terrible tonight. I thought Neves was terrible.
Agreed. Who was in the media this week? Was it to get funds because Fosun aren't going to?
Traore, Neves, and
Traore,
Neto.
Neto. Right. Mm-hmm. Now, maybe unpopularly, I would tend to agree with that and say, yeah, if we need to. It obviously all depends about who you bring in. Of course, it does.
Of course, we haven't got a big enough squad.
I'd be sad to see the back of those three go. Really,
150 million. I'd say, yeah, take them all.
Do you know what I mean?
If I'm Fosun,
Neves is in folklore with the Wolves because of some of the worldies he scored, and you know when he came to us, he brought us something new, and he's exciting and everything. But I just think, he doesn't bring enough to the team to want us. If we're serious about progressing and going forward, I'm not 100% sure he's the man, and I hope to God he could prove me wrong.
So interesting, mate, because like that's big talk. That is because we always have said that. Are any of them good enough? Like for where we want to go? I think you could see the confidence just drain out of them. Like I think, fingers crossed, this win is going to bring them a little bit more confidence, and they can. I hope so. Start like just relaxing a little bit more because we're not going down.
I wouldn't mind if we got battered a few times 4-0, but so long as we win 2 or 3.
Yeah.
You know, and go and put on a bit of a show and play with a bit of, you know, a bit of confidence and a bit of flair. Because what we're watching tonight, I know there's a lot at stake, but it was dreadful.
I'll tell you what. Now that we know that we're safe, Nuno won't play a back 5 again this season.
No, he probably
won't.
No.
He might play it against Man United away. But I think going forward, he wants to play
now. That is because it's going to be an interesting run-in still. If we struggling to get points.
Oh, we got 38, mate. We ain't going down.
Yeah, but we're
not going down.
Do we want to start conceding? You know, is it a free-for-all now until the end of the season? We want to end on a high, don't we?
I know we do, but I think that in Nuno's mind, a back 4, a more attacking style of play, whether it be with some of these players or not, is the formation he wants going forward. And I believe it's the formation that the fans want as well. We just don't have the personnel to fulfill that role. We just haven't got the right players, mate. And that's the thing. And that is what is going to either make Nuno stay or go this summer. Because I really believe that the team that we've got now, other than Neto, when he wants to play and he's not moaning, I think Rui Patricio can blow hot and cold. I don't think he's the keeper that he was, personally.
No.
Semedo, we know he's got issues in defence. You look at that team at the moment.
They paid big money for Semedo. He's not going to.
He ain't going anywhere. He's the right back. He's definitely the right back. But what I'm saying is, he's like,
who's the left back?
Who's the left back? Do we know if Johnny's going to even come back? Because Nouri's not good enough, mate. He's 19, and I know that. I know he's decent, but
he's one of them. He's on a knife's edge at the moment. If we take him on, he could amount to pretty much nothing and be average. Or, you know, if we let him go, is he going to go and be a world beater somewhere? he's at that sort of critical time for me. I think he's got it in his locker, but from what we've seen so far, I don't think, you should. Are we going to be taking that sort of punt on him?
I think we've bought Podence back
But with
too
Johnny,
soon as well.
Yeah, 100%.
He doesn't look match fit to me.
But needs must.
Yeah,
needs must.
Yeah. I keep on watching the game tonight and just think how lethargic everybody looked and how bored and how.
I think everyone looks to me just like they just want it to end.
Yeah.
They want it to end. If this season was a boxing match, they'd throw the towel in and say,
Yeah.
Hey, let's get out of here.
Yeah, agreed. That was a massive. It's a massive win for us. That is a huge win for us.
I mean, it absolutely massive win, massive points. Yeah. Great, and going back, great finish. It was a great finish. You can't really take anything away.
It wasn't just a. It was. He got in that position. And it was a great finish.
I mean, we desperately need. I mean, there's a lot of people on social media going, "Oh," and even the commentators going, "Oh, Fulham need the points. Fulham need the points."
We need the points. We need the points.
We need the points, mate. We need those points.
Yeah.
And thank God we're sat here now going, we've got them. I mean, it's not in the style that perhaps after the West Ham game we sat here and, we went, we're going to be sitting here Friday night with a result. Thank God, we've got to beat Fulham, but we were literally seconds away from not getting it.
Yeah.
So
I would, after 75 minutes, it's who put Joe Edwards, I think, put something on social media saying, would we take a draw now? And I said, absolutely 100% yes.
Yeah.
Because for me, there was only one team going to score that, especially when Carvalho came on.
Yeah, it looked to me like they were going to win 1-0, to be honest.
Yeah,
especially when Cav came on, I thought, here we go. It's written in their style.
Cavallero, what did I call him?
I don't know, God.
I don't know. Cavendish, Cavendish.
Cavani, probably.
Oh yeah, but yeah, Cavani. Yeah, he probably would have scored as well.
I was just about to start this show off by saying famous tweets from Mark Rhodes when you said it certainly won't be 0-0, will it?
I thought that might Traore, bless him, top man, loved him forever. I want to ask you something, and this is a really, really tough. I think this is a really tough one to answer, because you look at that Wolves squad, the way it is now, and you take out the players that we've said, Neto, Neves, Traore, if the money comes in, and you look at that squad, is that a good enough squad to keep us in the Premier League? Never mind, take us forward. Who are the players that are out there that are going to take us?
It's $1 million question, isn't it?
But that's it. If you've got £150 million from those 3 transfers, who do you even like? For example, you look at the 3 teams that are going down: Sheffield United, West Brom, and Fulham. For us, it would have been so much better if either Southampton or Newcastle went down, because Ward-Prowse would be on my shopping list in a second.
Yeah.
Danny Ings would be on my shopping list.
Really?
Yeah.
How old is he now?
Don't care, mate. It's like I've had enough of youngsters.
Why they come good?
I wouldn't take that as a soundbite. Do you know what I mean now?
Well, yeah, I do know what you mean. I haven't got the answer for you right now.
It's hard, man. It's hard.
But who do you buy? I mean, it's all very well us saying who do we buy, who do we want. The reality is, Fosun aren't going to go out and buy what the fans want, I don't think.
No, they're not. And that's the issue here.
They're probably not even going to spend the money that we get. They're going to want to take some of that and put it away, or say it's for the stadium or something. Do you know what I mean? They're going to want to take some from the hit that they've taken with COVID.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be surprised if we were spending. It seems to me, sat here now, it's going to be a lot more about progressing the youngsters.
Yeah.
We might go out and sign. Well, will we? Well, I don't know. We've said it before. Is it going to be this sort of relatively unknown sort of European young player, or is it going to
Yeah.
be Premier League proven? And I think a lot of us now are saying we want Premier League proven, at least in one position.
I know you say
who's that going to be, or have we already got them?
We were after Loftus-Cheek, weren't we? And he's gone to Fulham, and they've took him off after 60 minutes because he wasn't doing anything. So these players are out there that we're looking at, but are they going to do the job that we're looking for? Do you know what I mean? There's not that magic wand that you can just go, that's the player, that's going to take us to the next step. It's hard. Like, you can scout all around the world, but you're not. Man United scouts are scouting the best players in the world. City are they're looking at the same players.
I'm sure Fosun are going to be looking at it going, Morgan Gibbs-White has come back. He's only young. Let's see how he progresses. Give him a run. Silva, he's progressing. Let's keep him running. And things like that. And I can see that could potentially be a reason for Nuno to say, I've had enough.
See you later.
I'm gone, because his head's going to get turned eventually, because he's a fantastic manager.
I think Tottenham will come in for him
and he doesn't get it. Yeah, absolutely. I can see that.
If he
asks for backing and he doesn't get it, I'd be worried. I'd be very worried.
I wouldn't be surprised.
The way, we've got to sort of say, here's X amount. We're going to sell X, Y, and Z, but there's the money. Tell us who you want.
Wonderful.
But
yeah.
I can't see it, mate, to be honest. And I think there's going to be for one, it's going to turn the fans, because they're going to be savage.
So
they're going to be saying, hang on.
What are we now?
We've had 2 7th places. We've had this dodgy season. We want to progress. We want
of course,
we want Wembley again. We want Europa again. We want better than that.
But people will still moan. People will still moan. Of course they will. But I get what you're saying. But he had a chance. He had a chance to stop us moaning when we played Southampton in the FA Cup.
True.
We could have been.
Yeah.
We could have.
Well, honestly, I don't know what was going on in his head at that time. Why didn't we put everything that we got into that to progress? Why? That's one of the worst decisions of the season for me.
But that's
you can sort of take the negativity in the league sometimes to get a point, or because you've got injuries or whatever, you need to juggle things around and look at fixtures coming up.
Definitely.
That FA Cup game was a shocker. It was a shocker.
We just knelt down and just went, go on then.
Yeah, take it.
Do whatever you want.
And why? What for?
What? No. Mate, I don't know. But
I honestly can't get my head around that.
Well, Southampton aren't going down now, are they? And they're also in the semi-final of an FA Cup. So that it's really frustrating. But that's for another day. We've moaned about that so much. But I don't want to be all negative because we've won the game, and we have had some terrible luck with injuries. Neto tonight was the icing on the cake, really, because you just kind of thought, let's just cancel this season. Let's just get rid of it and start afresh.
So what are the positives then, mate? What are they in your perspective?
I'm getting to that. Thank you.
Okay.
I'm having a think.
How long have we got?
Oh, mate. The positives are that this win could really bring us back to life, really, and just give us a little bit more confidence, because our running is pretty good. To be honest, when you look at
who's up next? Is it Saturday? We've got some.
Are we playing Brighton soon? Is it Burnley? Is it Burnley?
I think it could be Burnley. Yeah.
Burnley at home, and that's.
I think we've got somebody first, then Burnley.
Let me have a look.
Then Albion, isn't it?
What's the date today? 9th. Oh no, we've got Burnley on the 24th of April. So
we've got a game next Saturday.
Have we? Let's have a look.
I can't remember it is, but
it's all right. I'll have a look. But
like you say, we're going to set up with a 4 again in that game. It would seem.
We will. We definitely will.
It's just
right.
How are we going to play?
Wolves.
Will that bring Traore into a bit of confidence? I hope so. Hope it
wouldn't surprise me. Oh, our next game's Sheffield United at home.
Sheffield United, of course it is. Of course it is.
But that's
So,
and then
but
Burnley
really,
at home, and Albion away, and then Brighton at home. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think
it should be easy, really. It should be, but
no, it ain't going to be easy. Like, not the way we've played tonight. Like, nothing's going to be easy. But what I'm saying is like, now that we've got the points that we need, maybe it'll just take the shackles off. Like, the fans, I think you're right. I think all they want to see is a little bit more expansive football and not go into our shell like we did against Fulham tonight and play on the counter-attack against Fulham.
Yeah.
You know,
but it'd be nice just to knock it around with a bit of confidence and have a few shots and test the keeper and get into some positions and you know, it's just so negative. It's just so cautious and cagey and negative. Which I know there's a lot at stake, but I hope, like you say, I think you might be right. Those 3 points in the bag, we're safe. We can forget hopefully now anything to do with relegation, and all that, and just go out and. There's a few playing for a place.
They're playing, so, I agree. I'd start Morgan Gibbs-White next game.
Absolutely. You know, well, I would have always championed trying to bring him on and try and.
I wouldn't say
give him a run in the. But this is it. This is the time.
It is the time.
If it's going to work, it's now. He needs to get his head down, have the next 5-6 games, whatever's left, and really show what he can do. Try and have a good pre-season, because if it doesn't work now, it's not going to work, is it?
No, I agree.
And you're right, probably best ship off. But if he has a fantastic run at the end of the season, you know, he's got an argument, man. He's got a case to say, look, here I am. I'm Premiership midfield player for Wolves. You know,
and also, it's great shop window for him as well. Exactly. You know, and like if it doesn't work out here, then because he is young, we'll get some money for him. So I think. What are you thinking of Mer?
Yeah. Well, there's been a lot. There's a lot on social media, isn't there, about him at the moment, and he's scoring a lot of goals and he's doing well. So the videos keep popping up.
Yeah,
you know, on the
but he couldn't
on the Twitter and all that. But
he looks like Jose to me. He looks like Jose, like the way, like, you know, the Spanish league, as we've found out, is completely different. And he didn't do it for Nottingham Forest when he was at Forest. So
I think it's easy to look at videos on Twitter and go,
absolutely,
this guy, he scored. Oh yeah, great, get him in.
Yeah.
Okay, see, once he's in and he's got a Wolves shirt on and it's you know, Premier League time, and
it's the Catroni syndrome, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. So no, I'm not going to be looking there for the answers. No.
Yeah. Well, we can get 20 million for him. We can spend it on somebody else.
Absolutely.
So just get the pot of money. Just keep on ticking over, and let's get some. You know.
Yeah, it's going to be. I've said it. You know, we've said it before, and it's obviously glaring. It's the glaringly obvious now, but it's going to be a massive summer for us, and it will show a lot about the intent of Fosun and where they want to go. So obviously, when they took over, it was like, right, in 5 years, I think the statement was, you know, we're going to be firing on all cylinders. We're going to be going after everyone.
Let's have a look.
Spending is not a problem.
Table.
I think it's
12th place.
I think it will show you everything you need to know this summer, and 12th. Fair play.
6 points behind Villa. Just saying.
I'm not going to get excited about that.
I'm not either. Yeah, I'll take the win. That's fine. 12th. Yeah, fine. But anything else to add, mate?
Oh, I look forward to the next game.
Indeed.
I just want to forget. Thank God we got the 3 points. I'll take them and run.
Yeah.
And
man of the match for you?
See.
David Coote in VAR.
I was just going to say Coote. I don't know. I don't know.
Let's go to. Yeah, no.
There you go.
All right.
I'm not a complete Traore basher. There you go.
Okay. Man of the match, Adama Traore, 1-0 Wolves, 12th place in the league. Was there ever any doubt? All right.
Oh, you know, it's never boring, is it? crikey.
It was the first 80 minutes of that game. All right, mate. Lovely to speak to you. And I will see you for the Sheffield United extravaganza. 5 each, Albie.
Put your money on.
Please don't. All right. You're watching Wandering Wolf.